Good day, I'm Lorraine Mendez and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, November 16. Bank of Jamaica Governor Brian Winter says the country's economy will benefit from the new 3-year standby agreement with the International Monetary Fund. The fund's executive board ratified the agreement at its meeting on November 11.
It provides powerful additional assurance to prospective investors that, without adding to the debt burden, a very substantial cache of resources is available to the country from the IMF in the event that it is needed. This begins immediately with access to $411.9 million now available at our sole discretion.
The BOJ governor was speaking at the bank's quarterly briefing on Monday. He says the new agreement formalizes the IMF's support for Jamaica's economic program. Access to the Riverton city disposal site has significantly improved with the completion of concrete paving on the 1.65 kilometers of roadway leading to the area. Proper drainage was also installed as part of the $1.8 million project. It was facilitated by a grant from the Mexican government. Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie says the roadway must be regularly maintained.
Despite your best efforts, if you don't maintain what you put down, then after a while it is going to deteriorate.
The road had fallen into disrepair due to heavy usage by compactor trucks transporting solid waste and other refuse to the landfill, as well as the effects of weather. The repair work will also improve pedestrian and vehicular access for residents of the area and provide them with relief from the dust and mud they previously experienced. Government will be providing support for the family in Broadgate, St. Mary, which was impacted by a landslide that caused a boulder to kill a 12-year-old boy recently. The boy, Brandon Williams, was killed and 2 sisters injured in the incident. On Tuesday, local government minister Desmond McKenzie visited the family and promised that government would assume the cost of funeral arrangements for the 12-year-old.
We will try to assist the family. I have already had discussions with Minister Shiny Robinson from the level of the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, and whatever can be done collectively through the Ministry of Local Government and through the Ministry of Labour and Social Security.
The minister says technical teams from both ministries and other government departments are finalizing a report that will determine a course of action. In the meantime, he says plans are underway to relocate the 30 persons who live on the hillside.
In regards to relocation, I will discuss with the St. Mary Municipal Corporation the possibility of if there are any lands that is owned by the local authorities or even any lands that is owned by government as a means of offering some assistance.
Energy Minister Dr. Andrew Wheatley says the acquisition of liquefied natural gas to the energy mix is a significant boost to the country's diversification efforts and economic endeavors. Minister Wheatley was addressing the commissioning of LNG at the JPS Bogue power plant in St. James on Friday.
As Energy Minister, it is my vision for the sector to have a fit-for-purpose energy architecture that can be the cornerstone of a production platform for delivering the economic growth required by our people and our country.
The Energy Minister says that by the end of 2017, the country will meet its target of 15% renewable energy. A national seed policy, which is to serve as a guide to increasing agricultural productivity, will be tabled in Parliament as a green paper. Information Minister Senator Ruel Reid says a cabinet committee recently gave its approval for the tabling of the policy. It's part of efforts to ensure Jamaica meets its requirements for food security and nutrition. Meanwhile, Cabinet has also approved the sale of 9,262.5 square meters of land at Kingston Pen. Seprod Limited is procuring the property from the Factories Corporation of Jamaica.
It also gave approval for the acquisition of 76 parcels of land with an estimated area of 16,218 square meters between Red Hills Road and Norbuck Drive in St. Andrew. This is for the Constant Spring Road Improvement Project under the Major Infrastructure Development Program.
And finally, Prime Minister Andrew Holness is now in Marrakesh, Morocco, ahead of tomorrow's start of a 2-day climate change conference. Mr. Holness and his delegation left the island on Sunday for the 22nd session of the Conference of the Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. With Jamaica's participation, the Prime Minister expects that the island will be able to benefit from enhanced policies and the implementing of climate change adaptation measures. Mr. Holness returns to the island on Saturday. In his absence, Minister Horace Chang is in charge of the government. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Thanks for watching.